Senator from New Hampshire.
Mr. President, since the beginning of our nation, the United States Senate has maintained an important bipartisan tradition of giving fair consideration to Supreme Court nominees. Article 2, Section 2 of the Constitution is unambiguous about the respective duties and responsibilities of the President and the Senate when there is a Supreme Court vacancy. The founders did not intend these roles to be optional or something to be disregarded. Article 2 also states that the President shall hold his office during the term of 4 years, not 3 years or 3 years and 1 month, but 4 full years. And the Constitution plainly says that it is the President's duty to nominate a Supreme Court justice, and it is the Senate's duty to provide advice and consent on that nomination. And throughout our history, senators have done their constitutional duty by considering and confirming Supreme Court justices in the final year of a presidency. In fact, the Senate has done that 14 times. Most recently in 1988, when the Senate confirmed Justice Anthony Kennedy, who was President Reagan's nominee to the Supreme Court. He sent that nomination over to the Democratic majority in this body. And almost 28 years ago, exactly to the day, in February of 1988, the Democratic majority in the Senate confirmed Republican President Ronald Reagan's judicial nomination, Anthony Kennedy, unanimously, 97-0. They didn't debate whether it was a presidential year and whether they could act. It was in the middle of a hard-fought election. It was not at all clear what the outcome of that election was going to be. And since 1975, the average length of time from nomination to a confirmation vote for Supreme Court, that's the average length of time. Sometimes it's taken longer and sometimes it's been shorter. But since 1975, the average length of time has been 67 days because our predecessors in the Senate recognized how important it is for the Supreme Court to be fully functioning. Unfortunately, this week, we're seeing this bipartisan tradition regarding the Supreme Court being put at risk. Yesterday, we heard the majority leader say that if the President nominates a person to the Supreme Court, any person, no matter how superbly qualified, that there will be no hearings and no vote. And we've even heard some senators say that they would refuse to meet with any potential nominee. I think that's very unfortunate. Unfortunate for a number of reasons. Probably first and foremost because the people of the United States expect us to work together here in Washington to do the job of the country, to do the jobs that we were elected to do. Also because the current president's term ends in January of 2017. That's more than 300 days from now. And during that time, the Supreme Court will hear many important cases. But if the majority in the Senate has their way, the court will do so without a full roster of justices. As Brianne Garrod of the Constitutional Accountability Center has said, and I quote, "The consequences of the Supreme Court being without all 9 justices for so long can hardly be overstated. Most significant, a long-standing vacancy would compromise the court's ability to perform one of its most important functions, that is, establishing a uniform rule of law for the entire country," end quote. Every senator here has sworn to support and defend the Constitution. Full stop. That's the oath that we have taken. And our oath doesn't say uphold the Constitution most of the time or only when it's not a presidential election year, or only when it's convenient for us, or only when we like the ideology that's being presented to us. Our oath says uphold and defend the Constitution every day, no matter what the issue is that comes before us. The American people expect us as senators to be faithful to our oath. They also expect us to do our jobs, regardless of whether it's in a presidential election year. I believe we should respect our oath of office. I believe we should do the job that we were sent here to do by the American people. I believe we should follow the Constitution. As former Justice Sandra Day O'Connor said last week, and I quote again, "I think we need somebody on the Supreme Court now to do the job, and let's get on with it." Mr. President, I say let's get on with it, and I yield the floor.